What's going on, guys, and welcome back to this week's Food Champions journey. And again, we're going to be playing 10 games. I'm gonna show you every 5 games how they go, and 1 game between all those 40 games. So that way I can show you 10 games out of my 40. And again, these weeks there were no requirements, so I was using my regular team, and I make one change to the team. I don't know if I told you guys, but I sold my De Gea and I went with this guy, Butland. He's a really good goalkeeper, and I think all the goalkeepers they make the same mistakes. The only thing that I like about the hair is the long throw. Like he can do the long throw, which they really sometimes they can come in handy. So that's the only thing that I like about the hair. Or Courtois has the same thing, but I need to use a Manchester United goalkeeper or England goalkeeper, and I went with Butland again. Like for me, he felt I don't know, he just a really overpowered goalkeeper. This first game again we started losing, and even though we're gonna start playing great, you guys know, like I basically in every weekend there hasn't been a weekend where I started losing at my first couple of games. So for the most time, like I always start winning my first couple of games, even to my fate. Like I see myself winning my first 5 games a lot of the time. Now that I have a really good team and that I know how to play the game a little bit better than at the beginning of FIFA, which I was struggling a little bit, but I think I know how to play. I'm not the best, but I know how to play way better than I did before. And also we have Pogba in the team. I want to watch Pogba. Again, he's an untradeable, so he's gonna stay in the team. Ronaldo was playing on a chemistry, but again, he's Ronaldo, a 94 rated player. He's just an amazing player. Playing him on 7 chemistry to 10 chemistry, like he's just an amazing player overall. But again, if I want Ronaldo on 10 chemistry, I'm gonna need to use a legend in the middle as a CM, but I don't have it. But we're gonna make a change after my first 20 games, which you're going to see. But again, we started good, 4 wins out of 4, with a chance to go 5-0. And again, the opponents, they were good, but I think they weren't the best. But again, I was struggling a little bit. But then when I found out how my opponents play, then I took advantage of that. For next weekend, weekend league, we're gonna have to play with a full BPL team, and you can bring 2 other players. So I think I'm gonna bring Ronaldo, and I think no, I don't have a legend. I'm gonna bring Ronaldo, of course, and another player. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be bringing Modric, the team of the year Modric, from in the bench. So that way, maybe as the second half, I can bring them on subs. But I'm really comfortable playing with my BPL team. I know I don't have the team of the year players. I'm not going to be using Ronaldo, but the first week that I won 36 games, I was playing with my BPL team, and I went 24-0, and I was using my BPL team as well. So I can say that I'm really comfortable playing with that team. It's an above average BPL team, but it's not really expensive. But now we have the 88 Lukaku. Like, if you see all the clips, guys, you're gonna see that he scored a lot of goals for me. You might think that Ronaldo is the star of this team, but in reality, it is not. When I saw the Ronaldo that I had before, like his goal to game ratio was really high, and that was because I was just basically passing the ball to Ronaldo every time. I was scoring most of the goals with Ronaldo, but now with the team that I have, I try to play with all my players. I try to score with a lot of my players, to assist a lot of my players. And something that I like now, but so Ronaldo doesn't score more goals than the games that he plays, but he's assists my players, of course. But Lukaku is just in another level. Like, he's a really good player. And now with his dribbling, like with the boost that he got on this dribbling, now he feels really, really good, and he's really fast as well. And for that physicality that he has, is just amazing. So you saw we lost 1 game. I didn't show you, of course, that it was I think it was the 7th game that I lost. And again, like well, I say this every time, but none of the games that I lost, they're not games my opponent wins comfortably or that they outplay me. There are just games that I cannot finish, or they just, or maybe it's just really close and at the end they got another goal. So there, I don't see myself losing so many times that I can say my opponent was just way better. Maybe they can be good, but again, like it might come down to 1 or 2 goals. But I feel really comfortable in every game that I play. But so we lost one game, and I really like to. If I wanna lose one game, I would like to lose one every 10. So at the moment we were doing it, like if I lose one and finish 9-1, that's okay. If I finish 18-2, that's great. Like I don't mind. But that's what I like to do every week. So now we are 13-1. We're going to our 15th match, and so I was winning, but my finishing wasn't the best. I was scoring goals, yes, but I don't know, my finishing wasn't the best. So I did the SBC Suarez. I got him my team, and I spent a lot of coins on him, and I made a mistake because I spent like 600k on him. But I bought all the players, like for each squad I bought all the players, and then I opened the packs. I should have done, I opened the packs for one squad that I've done, and wait to see if I get one of the other players for the other squads. And that way I could have saved a little bit of coins, but I didn't do it that way, and I spent a lot of coins doing Suarez. And I played like 3 games. Like he will come out of the bench, but again, like he didn't score any goal for me, and I don't know, like maybe it wasn't the team that I have around him. Like I don't know, it didn't work. But again, mostly did it because in 2 weeks you have to use a Liga Santander and a Bundesliga team if for the weekend league. So again, so that's the main reason why I did the SBC Suarez, which I'm going to use in 2 weeks. Not this next weekend league, but in 2 weeks. So we finish for our first 20 matches. We finish 18-2, which is okay. That's something that again, if I'm gonna lose one game, let it be 1 in every 10 games. So at the moment we're doing our job. And I don't think it's for the next game. I think for the our 25th match we're gonna change our team a little bit. So we play against this guy. He had Pelé, Ronaldo, Messi. He changed to the 4-1-2-1-2 at the beginning in game. He put Pelé and Ronaldo as strikers, Messi as a cam, and at the 45th minute he scored 1 goal, which I was playing him, like I was having a lot of chances, but guess what? I cannot score. I don't know what happened for my last 20 games. I play against good opponents. The opponents, they were great, but my finishing was just really bad. We went to penalties. I think I went on penalties this weekend like 4 times. I won 2 and lost 2, I believe. And this game we're gonna lose it on penalties. Like good, I was taking great penalties, but again I just couldn't stop any of his penalties. And at the end, Modric, I just missed it. So we lost, but I had a lot of chances. He played great. Like, I know my shots, I didn't have a lot of shots, but the shots that he made, they weren't like really close. He was taking a lot of long shots, but it just didn't work a lot of the time. So now we have 20 wins, 16 matches remaining, and now we have 4 losses in our record. So it's not good. We still have a good record, but it's just not good. So now we have Petit and Ferdinand. Now I wanted to try those 2 players because for next week again I don't think I'm gonna use them. Maybe at the beginning, because I only used them for like 10 matches, and then I went back to Smalling and Kante. Petit, he was someone that I didn't enjoy too much. I know he scored 1 goal for me, like, and defensively he was good, but it wasn't great. For me, Kante, he is much better defensively just because of the speed that he has. And Petit, even though I put a chemistry style on him that it would boost his pace, but it wasn't the same. Like, yeah, his physicality and his height, it was something good for my team, but I didn't enjoy him. But Ronaldo, he was playing on 10 chemistry now, but I don't know. Lukaku was the one that was scoring the majority of the goals, and I really like this Lukaku. I told him to sell him and to keep my red Lukaku, but what he brings to my team is just something incredible. I know the dribbling, the boost that he gets. So going from my 86 to the 88 Lukaku, I really felt the difference. So this guy, after the fifth goal, he just left, and there were some games that I felt uncomfortable, and then I went to the other game and I just couldn't do the same. I know they're different players, but if you keep playing to your style and how you play, you basically are gonna do the same. But there were some other games that even though I had the ball, I had a lot of possession, but I just couldn't finish. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. I know it's just me, but I don't get it how in 20 games I can score a lot of goals, and for my last 20, it takes me a lot of work to score goals. This guy, I changed my team name, my club name, because a lot of people know me now, because I don't know, they see that I basically come against a lot of the same opponents, so they now know my club name and they know the team that I have, and they just don't play me. This guy is someone that finished Elite 1, Elite 2 every weekend, and I know who he is. Like, I played him before at the beginning in FIFA, and I won against him, but he just doesn't play me no more. And then I changed my club name, and of course he didn't know who I was, and he just played me. And I knew who he was. Like, I knew his club name, and I just went and played him. I really wanted to play him, and we did. Again, he scored in the 90th minute to equalize the game, but then I broke World Cup, which that man of the match World Cup saved me a lot of times the weekend league in extra time. When I bring him in extra time, sometimes I will bring him in the second half, and he went to do work. He's a really great player to have in your team, and I'm looking forward to play him from the next weekend league, which is going to be a starter in my team. He's gonna play as a right forward, Lukaku striker, and Hazard as a left forward. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know why Ronaldo shot that with his left foot. Like, he was open there, and basically with his right foot he will have scored. But again, I can just not score. Some chances that at the beginning, my first 20 matches, I was scoring, and now they're just not going in. I don't know if it's my maybe I have to bronze bench. I don't know. I was really thinking about bronze benching, but I personally don't believe in that. But I don't know. It wasn't the same. My team didn't feel the same. Another thing, the gameplay felt really heavy, guys. It was my first time that I really was blaming the gameplay a little bit. Not all the time, but it was really hard to make a pass. I would press A, and it took basically like a second to my pass to go through to the other player, and it was really bad. So now with 28 and 5 matches remaining, we can no longer get Elite 1. So basically I battled it, I choked, and it was bad. And again, I lost 3 games in a row when I was 25 wins. 3 games in a row. That's something that had never happened to me before. And again, there were games that I made mistakes, and my goals they were going in. And I don't know. I know it's my finishing. I don't know how. Again, the same thing. I don't know how in 20 games I can score a lot of goals, and my last 20 I just cannot score. And I don't know. I was really looking, trying to make a change on my gameplay, but it wasn't working. So, but again, I still try, even though nothing was going my way. But I still try. I try my best to at least finish an elite. I know we can no gonna get Elite 1, which is something that I shoot every week now. I really like to get Elite 1 now, from now on, because I know how I play. I know my style, my game style is something that it fits me. I know how to play. I know what my players runs, how they play, where they move. So that's something that I know, and I can now constantly say that I'm an elite player, even though this time is gonna finish on Elite 3, I believe. But again, it's been a long time since I finished on Gold 1. But again, we playing good FIFA, but I think something that I wanna do as well is play my games in the morning. This weekend I play all my games in the afternoon and it wasn't working for me. Like, I don't know, maybe the gameplay felt really heavy, but again, it's something that I have to change. I mean, I wanna change it. I think for the next upcoming weekend league, I'm gonna try to play most of my games in the morning. So going to the last match, and we have only one chance to get Elite 2, and which we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. It's been 2 weeks in a row which I'm going to lose on my last game. Last weekend league. The last game was to get Elite 1, and now this last game is to get Elite 2. And we lost 2 games last week and this week as well. But I make a mistake. He had two really fast players on Aubameyang and Dybala, so I should have gone to counter-attacking at the beginning in game. Just so my center backs, they will stay a little bit deeper, so that way he wouldn't make a lot of runs with Aubameyang and Dybala, which I don't know, that's a mistake that I made. But I came back. I went 3 on the back because he had 2 center defensive midfielders, so I wanted to bring a lot of players in the midfield, which it worked. We tied the game. Lukaku scored 2 goals, and I kept playing 3 in the back, and he didn't change formations, so the formations that I changed, it was a good choice. But at the 111th minute, he scored another goal, and I thought that was over, but again we went. And Ibrahimovic is an amazing player, and almost at the end of the game, I tied the game, and we went on penalties again, but this time no arrow. I'm not a good penalty shot taker, and even with an arrow, sometimes it's really hard. But with no arrow, it's just, for me, it's really hard. Like, he saved my first 2 penalties, and after that, for me, it was game over. And indeed, it was. Even though I think I lost 3. I missed 3 penalties, so not good enough. And I don't know, I think it's my fault, but again, I need to make some adjustments to my play style, and it's really hard when the gameplay is just against you. I know if I feel it, my opponent is gonna feel the same. So again, it was bad. So the first 20 we did great, but my last 20 matches, it wasn't the best. So we finished with 31-9. So 31 wins, 9 losses. Some of you can say that's good, but for me, how I play and how I've been playing lately, for me, it's not good enough. I really like to get Elite 1 constantly. We did that for like 3 weekends in a row, man. Now it's just bad. So last weekend we finished Elite 2. This weekend we finished Elite 3. So not good. So the team, great. I really like my team. I don't need to go back to the hair, because I did make a mistake that if I had the hair, it would have been the outcome would have been different, because I tried to pass it with Bolden to one of my strikers, but he doesn't have the long throw, and the defense intercepted it, and that was on the 90th minute, and I lost it. So the outcome could have been a little bit different. But again, the goalkeeper played great. The back 4, an amazing back 4. I really like to get Team of the Year Ramos, but Varane he's been doing his job. Like, he's a great defensive player. My Team of the Year players are the same. They've been playing really good. Lukaku, an amazing player. If you haven't tried 88 Lukaku, give him a shot. And especially this upcoming weekend league, like, a lot of people maybe are gonna be playing him on man of the match zone, man of the match, I believe. And again, really good players to have. And my Walcott, man of the match Walcott, an amazing player. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I see you guys later. Thank you.